Guys, I've now had 3 experiences that I want to talk about during my time on YouTube, and that's being recognized outside in the real world 3 times. And there's a reason I want to talk about it, and it kind of ties back to really all of us that make YouTube videos about our cars, especially if we drive them and do content on the road. So, like I said, I've now been recognized 3 times, which is pretty crazy considering I have a very small channel. I only recently crossed 1,000 subscribers. I'm not very big by any stretch. So to be recognized 3 times is something I didn't really expect. And the first time I got recognized was actually 500 subscribers ago, so it was quite a while now. And it was actually at a BMW service shop. It's a shop that specializes primarily in BMWs, Porsches, stuff like that. And their name is Munich Motorsports. Phenomenal place. If you're in Connecticut, highly recommend them. They do a phenomenal job. I brought all my BMWs there, so a little bit of a shout out to them. One of the guys there actually recognized me from a video that he saw of mine, which is kind of cool. And it does make sense considering it's a BMW shop. I make BMW content. It makes sense at some point the two would kind of overlap and they would bump into each other. Now, the next time was while I was on the road and someone else with a white BMW M2 recognized me, which is also really cool because I saw them driving and I guess they must have seen me. And they ended up commenting on a video saying that they saw me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that car. So pretty cool seeing another BMW enthusiast out on the road with an M2 recognize me from my M2 videos. Really awesome. The third time was actually today. I was just pulling onto an on-ramp and I was getting ready to merge into the lane. This guy in a van next to me ended up honking at me and I'm like, oh cool, he's kind of slowing down, so I'm assuming he's just kind of letting me kind of go and merge. So I don't really think anything of it. And then later on I'm at the gym and I got a comment saying, oh, I saw you merging onto the highway, I honked at you. And I'm like, holy crap, that is so awesome. That is so cool. It made my entire day. So it is a weird feeling that now I am getting recognized a little bit in kind of the real world. And the reason I wanted to make this video isn't really just to brag about that, because it's not really a bragging kind of a thing. I think it brings an important point to the surface, and that is that for those of us that drive cars, like, M cars or exotics, anything of the sort, I think it's important if we make content on YouTube or social media or anything along those lines, we now, I think, have an extra step of responsibility to the car community, and that is to be good stewards of kind of the car enthusiast world. Now, what does that mean? That basically means don't be overly aggressive, don't cut people off, because you never know who you're gonna cut off, for one. It could be someone that follows you and that just gives you a bad rep. And two, I think it's really important because now, as I have 1,000 subscribers and then I'm gonna grow to 2,000, 5,000, and ultimately 10, and hopefully one day 100,000, I'm gonna be recognized a lot more on the road. I think it's important for the future generation to see that, and even our generation or the older generation, I think it's important for everyone else around us to see we can enjoy these cars, we can drive them, they can be loud, they can be fast, and we can even drive them fast, but we're safe while we do it, we're respectful of everyone else around us while we do it, and I think that is key, and that is really important for the future longevity of really being a car enthusiast, and not just being a car enthusiast, but for the future longevity of cars in general like this. Because I think the more opportunities that people have to see us driving and being respectful on the roads in these kinds of cars, I think the better chance we stand as car enthusiasts to keep these things alive. Whereas the more time we spend pissing people off on the road, the more time we spend cutting people off in these kinds of cars, the worse it becomes for us, because that just gives more fuel and more ammunition for lawmakers and everyone else to lobby against these cars, to kind of kill these off. So I think that is really where the importance is. Like, if I cut someone off and they unfollow me on YouTube, fine, I get it. For the bigger picture of the entire car community, I think that is what's important. So it's kind of interesting, and I never really thought about this perspective or this situation until it kind of started to happen to me with being recognized outside in normal day-to-day driving. We're given kind of that responsibility as content creators to keep this alive and to kind of get the next generation excited about these cars. Obviously, like I'm saying in this video, part of that is that we have to maintain a good, respectful relationship with all the other cars out there on the road. So I know this video is a bit kind of sporadically made. I know my thoughts seem to be kind of all over the place with this one, but I think the pieces are all there. I think, and I hope you guys understand what I'm really trying to say in this video. And us as content creators, we have a duty and a responsibility to be good role models. Role models, that's the word I was looking for this whole video. We have to be good role models for the next generation and really for everyone around us. And unexpectedly, I guess that responsibility is partly being handed to me now as I continue to grow on YouTube, as I'm kind of rebranding and launching my, personal brands that, again, I'm gonna, as I said in recent videos, I'm gonna be unveiling very soon. With all that, it's a responsibility that's kind of being handed to me, which is really cool. I'm really kind of glad because I can get the next generation excited about these cars and give these cars a good rep, where I think it's been kind of tarnished over the last couple of years. Like, you have takeovers, you have more videos of people street racing and doing stupid things, celebrities like crashing their cars like it's no big deal. That's just not how it's supposed to be. That's not how we're supposed to be protecting the car enthusiast dream. So I think we have to do a better job at that as a car community. And I know I say that to the car community as a baby with only 1,000 subscribers, speaking basically to people that have, 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. But I think it's an important point that can very easily become lost as you grow bigger. You grow bigger, you can get away with more things, you start to overlook those things. But I think deep down we have to remember that we do have to become role models for the next generation. So that's probably going to be all for this video, guys. Like I said, I got recognized for the 3rd time today, so I'm like, you know what, it's a good opportunity to make a video on that. So let me just get my thoughts out there, and that was really kind of the point of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, leave it a like, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts, especially if you have a large following on YouTube. If you have subscribers and you make car content, let me know your thoughts on this, because this is something I really want to get other creators' opinions on. Being a good role model as you kind of grow in scale and size and influence. Let me know you guys' thoughts. I would love to hear them. If you're friends with, car people out there that have a content creation following, send them this video, tell them to leave their thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.